first time in 2 years, Manny Pacquiao is back. In the friendly confines of the legendary Wildcard Gym, Pacquiao has been busy preparing for his August 21st pay-per-view showdown with unified welterweight champion Errol "The Truth" Spence.
I love the way I punish myself in training.
Manny Pacquiao is an amazing success story. He's something that couldn't have been predicted 26 years ago when he turned pro, and yet Manny Pacquiao emerged.
I started boxing when I was 12 years old. My first fight in amateur. My purse is only $1. As a kid, that's big enough for us to buy food. I just go there and vote because there's a prize money, so I don't have an idea what is boxing at all at that moment.
Manny Pacquiao came from very humble beginnings in the Philippines. And as he stumbled into a boxing gym, he picked up the sport, and Manny turned pro as a teenager at 106 pounds. Pacquiao started to have success in the Philippines. He became a local hero with his crowd-pleasing offensive style.
You know, Manny Pacquiao came from abject poverty in the Philippines, literally fought his way out of it to the point where he became a mainstream star in the United States. And I think his backstory really resonated with people.
Eventually, Pacquiao came to America and linked up with legendary trainer Freddie Roach at the Wildcard Gym in Hollywood.
I remember when he walked into the gym one day and he said, "I hear you're pretty good on the mitts." And he says, "Can we try it?" And I said, "Yeah, let's go." And then we went up in the ring and we did one round of mitts. And he went over to his people and says, "I think we have a new trainer." And I said, "I think I have a world champion on my hands."
Freddie was a guy that was going to dig deeper and make him a better fighter, a more confident fighter. He found a best friend in Freddie Roach.
When he got to Freddie, he was a guy just with the left hand, a lethal left hand, but that was his main weapon. And Freddie really developed him, really brought out his talents and his weapons. And you can see the relationship that they have, you know. Freddie's kind of been a mentor, father figure in a way to Manny Pacquiao, and it's one of those duos in boxing that they're going to be forever linked.
Freddie is not only my coach, but we're friends, we're like brother, we're a family. In 20 years, we're still here.
I mean, the man has been a pro for 26 years.
That's almost as many years as Errol Spence has been on the planet.
I think most of us in life don't stay committed to anything for 26 years. To still be at the level that he is at 42. This isn't a fighter that's clinging on past his prime. This is a fighter that's able to beat other young fighters in their prime. It's unbelievable.
He loves to fight, and he's got more he wants to prove.
The question will be on August 21st. Will Father Time remain undefeated?
At the world-class boxing gym in Dallas, Texas, unified welterweight champion Errol "The Truth" Spence is hard at work. On August 21st, he takes on boxing legend Manny Pacquiao in a highly anticipated pay-per-view matchup.
Don't raise up on him.
Errol Spence right now, he's at his peak. He's a unified champion. He's on everybody's pound-for-pound list.
Use your feet, use your feet.
Errol Spence is a complete boxer. He's an Olympian, he's undefeated, he can brawl, he can box. He's one of the premier pressure fighters in all of boxing. There's a reason this guy's undefeated. There's a reason that Errol Spence is called the truth.
Come to the outside, come to the other side. See what I'm saying? Listen, short chopping steps.
Derrick James has evolved into one of the best trainers in boxing, and I think the work he has done with Errol Spence is his best work.
I know him as a guy who's gonna push himself to be great every time. That's why, you know, I like him as an individual, not only as a fighter, because he's not only a hard worker, but he wants to be perfect. He pushes himself to be great. And when they do different, when they make that dip, you step. They dip, you step. When it looks like they're gonna do something, you step. You gotta wait for them to do something to move.
He's really taken Errol Spence from the time he was a young kid and turned him into one of the best fighters in boxing, pound for pound.
My relationship with Derrick is kind of like a big brother, little brother. You know, sometimes he tells me stuff I don't want to hear, and sometimes I take it. Sometimes I might, you know, say something back. I believe he's always in my best interest.
Way to push yourself, way to push yourself.
Maybe one of the things I appreciate most about Errol Spence is he's a real guy. He's not trying to be some character. He basically says, this is who I am, love me or not. And he's a real guy, just like he's a real fighter.
You know, I felt Errol was special, I think, before a lot of people felt that he was special. I think, you know, in his fights, you know, there's something called the eye test, and you could just tell when a guy's good. And to me, Errol had that, and he showed that very early on.
Errol is one of the most exciting fighters to watch in all of boxing, in all of the weight classes, and has the goal to be the best fighter in the world.
Oh! He's not just a one-dimensional, big, strong fighter. He's a guy who can box. He's a guy who can get on the inside and slug it out. He can move, he can dance around. He's the full package.
The win over Manny Pacquiao was a legacy win. It solidifies Errol as possible Hall of Famer.
I feel I have the best fighter right now, and I'm gonna have the best game plan, that's for damn sure. He'll be there to win.
I'm still here in boxing. I'm not done yet.
Once you get in the ring, all the respect goes out the window. And once they build a ring, it's a young line on the old line. And I'm gonna take this kingdom.
To be a legend, you have to beat a legend. We are underway. Pacquiao, Spence Jr., August 21st, live on pay-per-view. Buy now on the Fox Sports app and watch on any screen you want.
Thank you for watching. Well, if you enjoyed that clip, make sure you click somewhere around here and subscribe. From fight highlights to exclusive interviews, we have got everything you need as a boxing fan right here on PBC on Fox.